had to and that with an implant has been called. So when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, for just being 4 years in the process of life, going through life, challenges, home, the bill, and advice, and no support. Just things go on my face because it's weird. For things I don't get. So she looks. So this person keeps supposed to look at the way and so I am I I think God is trying to have somebody really would have here. I still part of civil the dream. When I was just to live in a nation by color, social class, economics, disability, and character. One day, I will judge I still have a dream. Jealousy. But should I one person taught agree to of another person. I still dream that community is so much advanced technology and new ways that we of foundation in all. I still have equality for all should stay in the death of mankind. Our children today, don't forget about the children of yesterday, but always look to tomorrow. I still have a dream that we can all take a good look into our time and culture and nation of people in 2008. Give the message all was death or in version I have